You know, there's certain moments in this job where you sit back and think, wow, there are people in this world that are much more evil than Bond villains, and they're not even hot, with the obvious exception of Gina Reinhardt. Would tap. I will say, though, on the plus side, they usually belong to boss institutions. Listen to this one. The Reserve Bank. Sick. They could do things that would impress the wizards in Harry Potter, particularly the Weasleys, because they're povs. They can make money. In fact, when they saw Harry Potter, they probably walked out, underwhelmed, asked for a refund, and then remembered, oh, that's right, I can just make another $10. 8% of Australia's GDP, $105 billion, all of a sudden, poof, exists now. Can you do that, you little shit that talks to snakes? I bet Daniel Radcliffe didn't even actually talk to that snake. Sorry to spoil the fantasy for you, babies. Now, prepare for the most BTN sentence ever uttered. It's called quantitative easing. I heard about it in uni, didn't understand it because I thought I was stupid, but would a stupid person do this?
Colgate Total, #1 recommended by dental professionals.
Quantitative easing, or as the cool kids call it, QE, is a form of extreme monetary policy where central banks increase domestic supply of money to spur on economic activity. Or as Michael West put it, who is the David Boone of journalists, legend, quantitative easing is a privatised stimulus package for the extremely rich. The exact same criminals that have been crying about Kevin Rudd's stimulus package for 12 years just approved by themselves, for themselves, a stimulus package that dwarfs that. And not to bail out a nation, they got a nation to bail out them. What an impressive ego. What do you reckon we're worth? About 3% of Australia's GDP? No, don't be modest. 8%. Yeah, that sounds about right. The people in this room are worth more than Mongolia. Take that, Genghis Khan! If you follow the media narrative, if it can even be called that, they seem to be completely uninterested in the fact that 8% of Australia's GDP just came into existence on Wednesday. How is that not more of a mystery than the Blue Mountains Panther? Penrith isn't that far away. And look, mystery solved. Now can we talk about this massive secret private bailout that no one except Michael West seems to be talking about? No. They'll tell you it's to keep banking sector confidence, which I guess would work. I think I too would have a little more spring in my step if I could afford 600,000 Porsches. Banks, however, a little less confident than me, apparently need to afford 620,000 Porsches before they're confident enough to start loading to small businesses and homeowners again. That's the theory. Surely you could test it out for a lot less than 30 bungled up light rail systems. Try this one. Go to a home loan officer, and when they ask to see your finances, just bust out a self-hypnosis course on your iPhone.
You are unstoppable, stoppable. There is no limits.
I predict you'll turn it off and say, show me your assets now, to which you will ask, is toilet paper an asset? To which he will reply, is Leica G6 a banger? Australia has the second highest level of household debt in the world. And I don't want to hear any, oh, why'd you let the cat out of the bag? I didn't let the cat out of the bag. Penrith did. Go complain to Phil Gould. I'm sick of it. If the RBA really cared about the economic prosperity and welfare of the people of Australia, if they wanted to see velocity of money circulating through the economy again, they would have bought up that household debt and forgave it. That would have spurred on economic activity, as that would have made most Australians think, hey, when I swipe my credit card, it doesn't say declined anymore. That would have kept small businesses afloat as Australians load up on debt to buy the one necessary item during a lockdown. Why John Howard Really Sucked, available at friendlyjordies.com. But also sleeping masks, so you don't have to see the utter confusion in your dog's eyes who have no possible way of knowing why they haven't been on a walk in a month. Look at them. Poor guys. How are they to know the reason they can't go on a walk today is because some Chinese man ate a sand shrew? But giving it to banks to dole out? Why would they? They're not going to give it to the restaurants that you attend when you can't attend them. God, I'd love to see a version of Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares during the COVID outbreak. Look, Jess, you don't have any customers! No one does! Oh, if you're a bank, you're going to lend to a lot of fossil fuel companies like BP and Adani because no matter how bad they fuck up, they know the government will bail them out. You get it? It's a racket. Rahm Emanuel really needs to answer this question. Are you a Khajiit or not?
Ram has stimulus if you have bank.
But he once famously said, while pulling off this exact heist in the US, never let a good crisis go to waste. Well, message received. Too big to fail companies are using Corona as an excuse to print godlike levels of money to hoard it for themselves and lend it out to other too big to fail companies to make sure when this all blows over they're even more dominant with an even larger share of the market. I know you'll get the inevitable, it's actually more complicated than that. It's not. The Reserve Bank and the Liberal government don't care about the economy. Bitching about Rudd stimulus for 12 years, yet they say nothing about one that absolutely dwarfs Rudd's stimulus package. No public oversight, no accountability, no intention of avoiding the recession. They are perfectly happy to let the economy sink. Why wouldn't they be? They've built their donors life rafts. You know those movies where the world's about to be hit by a comet and 1,000 people are put on a ship to Mars? Thanks to Michael West, at least you now know you're not getting on that ship. Well, good night.
Please share and comment below. Comment.